Alright, so back for part 4 for this Dodge Ram. Got my breakout leads. Remember from part 1, 2, and 3, it's a crank no start. We had no communication from the very beginning. Put a new crank sensor in it because it was internally shorted. Fixed that. We got calm all the time. We do lose we get ASD power for a little bit and then it shuts back off. To our injectors and our coil. I would think it would stay on, but maybe it's got to get a signal from the crank sensor, like somebody was saying in the comments. But I'm scoped on the signal wire of the crank. We never had a square wave before. We had a 5-volt reference and the signal was always 5 volts. So I'm scoped on the signal and I got a piggyback to the ground on the battery for the signal sensor ground. Also, I have the sensor ground unplugged from the computer. Just cut for now. And I'll solder that back together. It's just easier to troubleshoot because that was where we found issues at from the other parts of the video. So I'm probed on pin 1 for signal and the sensor ground. I got the battery ground. The battery's kind of weak on here, so we got a charger on. Let's see what we get. Battery's really weak. It goes to, we got under just 5 volts and then it goes to ground, but it never makes the square wave turning. I know our battery's really weak too, but I'm gonna hook that sensor ground back up and show you what that does. All right, we got our sensor ground hooked back up. We're doing the same test. Battery's weak. We're gonna have to get this thing charged up. Yeah, nothing there. I turned it off. We got to get a good battery charged. All right, we got a jumper cable right now. Let's see what we got. So, key on, engine off. Crank it right now. No signal at all. No signal. Let's unhook this ground, signal ground, back to the PCM. Again, you'd have to watch the other parts of the video to kind of see where I came down this road. But I got my signal ground on my crank sensor right to the battery. Right there. I'm scoping off it. Now let's do it. See what we get. So, yeah, it goes to 5 volts, can engine off. And that's with the signal ground unhooked. Well, if you look, I thought it was going to make a square wave, but it didn't. Well, it did right there. Well, no, it didn't. That's like, sorry, my stupid finger was in the way. God. I need to get a camera. 6.5 volts on that. Let's try it again. So keys off. Key on. That was key on, engine off. Sorry about that. I got a hell of a head code. Okay, keys off. Let me show you where I'm at up here. Signal ground on the computer's unhooked. Scoped on pin 1, the crank signal, and grounded on pin 2, the crank signal sensor ground. So, looking at the schematic, scoped on pin 1, and then grounded on pin 2 back to the battery. And that's the sensor ground we took off the computer. No, because it splices off the other stuff. Key on, engine off. Jumps to 5 volts and it stays there with the ground. 5.2 volts. Stays up there. That is on pin 1, the signal. Let's crank it. Started to get a square wave. and then nothing. So now let's unhook the sensor ground, which is this one here, and the sensor ground's unhooked from the computer. Key on, engine off, nothing, of course. Well, no, right there it came up. I didn't turn it all the way. Well, you're gonna have 5 volts because it's not grounded. Crank it. Nothing, of course. Just go hook up that sensor ground wire next. Sensor ground wires hooked back up. Key on, engine off. Stays at 5 volts. Crank it. Nothing. So I figured if we ground this wire and unhook it down here, something's not right. Because if I'm grounding this wire, I unhook it from the computer and I ground it up here, and then I read the signal here and I have a 5 volt reference coming in, and it still doesn't make a square wave. Does that mean we got a bad crank sensor? A bad new crank sensor? Alrighty, what I'm doing now is I got my power probe. I isolated just to the crank sensor. I don't care about the computer side. I took my power probe, I'm using my 5 volt adapter. I know it says 12.6 volts, but it goes through that, makes 5 volts going to, I'll show you the pins on the schematic, to my 5 volt reference. I got a ground coming back to battery ground, and a signal going to my oscilloscope. So to review that, the violet and white wire, I got 5 volts going in. This is all disconnected. 5 volts going in, power probe, sensor signal scope, and sensor ground on pin 2 back to the battery. It's all reference from the battery. So that's where my scope is hooked up. Let's see if we got a square wave now. Nothing. No square wave. So, review that quick. Let's just do it again. Nothing. No square wave at all. I'm on a 0 to 10 volt scale. No square wave at all. Just to prove that I got 5 volts coming out, I took my signal wire to my scope. Even though it's going through this 5 volt adapter and it says 12.2 volts, it makes 5 volts coming out. And I'll prove it right here. Right? God, this thing's blurry. 5 volts. And I feel like absolute crap from chasing deer and elk in the mountains in 2 feet of snow. It's kicking my ass. This damn head cold. But yeah, we got 5 volts there. So that tells me, A, we got a bad crank sensor, B, something wrong with the reluctor wheel, possibly. Alright, so what we're going to do, he's going to pull that crank sensor out. I'm going to hook up again, and it'll probably be in a different part of the video series because I got to run to Boise today, and we're going to take a piece of metal, wave it in front of it, see if we make a square wave. If we do, we got a better reluctor wheel. If we don't, we got a bad crank sensor. Yes, it's a Duralast crank sensor, which, good God, those parts are getting crappier and crappier. Like, I've been getting my butt kicked by, you know, making a call on a bad part, like on a Ford I did, ignition control module. But it was a bad ignition control module right out of the box because it was Duralast, which should be called Duralast. Absolute garbage parts. We'll get that. We'll see what results we get from there. And then there'll probably be another part of the video. Alright, so we got the crank sensor out real quick. Got power probe hooked up, giving it 5 volts. Sensor ground going back to the battery. Power probe going back to battery. And the scope reference off the battery. And what I'll do is try to film this and use a wrench here and go across like this to make a signal. If you can see that on the scope, but it's not making a signal at all. It's not making a signal at all. Let's plug it in the vehicle and just check it that way too. But no signal at all. If you look, wasn't doing nothing. All right, we got it hooked up to the vehicle. Same thing. I had to use my laptop because my Scanto died. I don't even know if you guys can see this, but my laptop's about to die too. So he's waving in front of it, do it real quick, and nothing. Same exact thing. So I think we need a new crank sensor.